Hello friends! Today we're playing Dota Underlords. How exciting is that? Now Dota Underlords of course has quite a lot of history associated with it. Let's talk about that first before we get into anything else. So of course, originally there was Dota Auto Chess, which was just a mod for Dota 2. And it blew up. It became incredibly popular. It completely dwarfed anything we have seen since or before. It had multiple hundreds of thousands concurrent players. It was straight up like a top 5 game on Steam, if not even like top 3. It was crazy. It was huge. And so everybody then rushed to make their own auto chess, or auto battler as the genre eventually came to be called. A couple of those survived, way more of them didn't, and unfortunately, Underlords is one of them that didn't. Although Underlords is a bit weird, because when Underlords originally came out, people really liked it. It was super popular, everybody really enjoyed it. It was just more or less a literal adaptation of Dota Auto Chess with some minor improvements. But overall, it was just Dota Auto Chess as a standalone client with some nicer visuals and a little bit more thought put into it. But then, eventually, Dota Underlords released its first own kind of redesign, like a big patch. It was actually hyped as the big patch. And when the big patch came, people didn't really like it very much. I have to say, I count myself as part of those people. And I've been playing Underlords a lot recently as well. And, you know, I've been kind of analyzing it. And yeah, I stand by that. I don't think the big patch was really that good of a patch. But unfortunately, that sort of killed the momentum on the game. Not because people didn't want to play it. People did still want to play it, but they just weren't vibing with it in the same way that they were before. And then, pretty soon thereafter, Valve stopped updating the game. The last update came out on January 29th, 2021. So it's soon going to be 3 years ago. Now that's quite a while ago, isn't it? But that's weird, because this game is still popular. There are lots of games out there that, you know, they have just kind of been abandoned as their player base dwindled. But Dota Underlords wasn't one of them. Dota Underlords, even though people didn't really like the new patch, they were still willing to play it. It was still popular. But then it just kind of faded away as it was abandoned. If we check the Steam charts, I'm gonna go ahead and just open that up really quick. But we can find Dota Underlords, if it loads. Here we go. There's Dota Underlords, and you can see concurrent players right now. It has 1,800, nearly 1,900 players. That's kind of crazy, right? And if we go and we check its player count here, it has some players. 10,000. Those are great numbers. Great numbers. Now, the January 2021 patch, actually, this patch kind of already had a big gap between it and the previous patches. You can see its player numbers are dwindling here as well. But for a little while, Underlords was hugely popular. Hugely popular. People really, really liked this game. So, what do we make of this? What can we learn from this? Well, what we make of this is that I want Underlords back. Let me just put it this way. I just want it back. I am currently working on a little bit of an ambitious project, I suppose. This is never gonna work. Let me just start this out by saying that this is never gonna work. I don't believe for 1 second this is actually gonna happen. But I couldn't forgive myself if I didn't at least try. But I'm putting together a pitch to Valve to hire me to run Dota Underlords. I want to have control over this game that's been abandoned for a while, and then run it as a remote studio and, you know, get it back up and going so people can get some updates for this product that they still to this day enjoy. I know we as Dota players, we are kind of used to really high concurrent player numbers, but if you look at this, 2,200 concurrent players, that's a healthy game. Not every game needs to be Dota, right? Games can be smaller. And this is a good concurrent player count. It doesn't need to be hundreds of thousands for a live game. This would actually be plenty. And that's for a game that's been abandoned for years. Now imagine how people would feel if it came back. And, like, anyway. So, as part of this pitch, I'm gonna need to do research, and that's what we're doing today. We're just gonna go ahead and play Dota Underlords while taking notes. I have a little document that I will be writing stuff down in, and we will just play the game and explore what it has to offer. And that's the idea. Now, this means we will be looking at it through a critical lens. That means that we're not here to just be like, oh, this is the best game and I miss it so much. No, let me be clear here. Dota Underlords, as it exists right now, I don't actually think it's all that good. But it is worth keeping in mind that it hasn't seen any development in such a long time that that's not really fair now, is it? And that's exactly kind of the problem. That if we want to treat this game more appropriately, then we have to analyze it, I guess. Okay, I think I've said what I wanted to say. So let's just get into it. First, we're gonna just go ahead and play. All right, let's just have a look at everything in there. Something that Underlords does that's interesting is you start out with 3 board spaces and 5 gold, and then your first shop here. So you can just go in there and you buy yourself 5 gold worth of stuff. All right, pretty straightforward. And then you just put this down. And then the game goes straight into it. Like absolutely straight into fighting opponents. There's no break at all. There's no moment to really start building a team. You just get in there and you start fighting opponents. And that's something that this game does that is very much reminiscent of like an attitude of fixing the original auto chess, if that makes sense. Where I feel like this is one of those changes that you make when you look at the original auto chess and you think yourself, oh, there's a lot of kind of like time wasted on these creep waves and they don't really feel good because they're really difficult. And I don't know, it just feels really awful when you lose a fight to a creep wave. So what we're gonna do is we're just going to make the creep waves be gone. We're just gonna remove them. We don't need them. Items. We'll talk about items in a second. Let's pick this up. So we'll just remove them because ultimately they don't actually really add that much. And that makes sense, if you ask me. I don't think that's an unreasonable thing to do. Do we want assassins? What are we playing here? I mean, we're definitely getting rid of you. Maybe pick up these 2 for now. Right, that's a very intuitive thing to get rid of. But something that those creep waves do is they give you a little bit of reprieve. They give you a moment of just like, oh, okay, I don't have to just immediately be in the zone the entire time. Which, let me just go ahead and say this. There are games where being in the zone the entire time is exactly the desired experience. That's exactly what you're looking for. And I don't think games in the auto battle genre really fall into that category. These games, to me, are generally more meant to be sort of not necessarily relaxing, but a bit slower paced for the player, where they don't necessarily have to do stuff all the time, super actively all the time, if that makes sense, right? Where the whole appeal, or at least a part of the appeal, is that it's an auto battler. You build an army and then the army fights for you. Oh, let's maybe pick up these 2 liches and this guy and then roll. All right, we've got some stuff here. All right, so we get rid of these. We don't need you. We can get you down. I think we get rid of this. We get the Venomancer. So we have a level 2 here. If we can get a Dazzle, we can also get Poisoner going. We have a couple of things that we can build with. But I'm pretty happy about getting this Bounty Hunter going, although I need to move this item around. You can't move items around during combat. Well, you can do it, but it won't update until the combat is over. But yeah, so there's no creep base and you just kind of go straight into the action. Right? So it's a very involved game in that way right now. Couple of other things this game does that's interesting. You saw the item selection, right? And I think we'll have another one soon. Item selection is pretty straightforward. You get to pick one of 3, or you can re-roll all 3 and then pick another one of 3. You know, you can kind of see which one you like. Oh, okay, so we have a lot of really interesting things here. I think we can probably get out of the assassin. So we definitely get rid of Omni Knight. I feel like we get rid of Omni Knight. We can level up here, put this guy in for now. That seems fine. I just want to have some sort of tank. I'm trying to win streak, and I think we have a pretty good setup here. This guy is fairly strong, holy shit. But that's okay. Alright, we have a 2-star, which is nice. And if we get a bit of good luck, we can get Poisonous going soon. But right now, wow, yeah, this guy's very powerful. There's no beating that. But yeah, we also almost have this 2-star Nature's Prophet, which is interesting. But yeah, so you select one of the items and then you can equip the items. You can only have one item per character. So if I get myself like a Desolator, I can then put that item on any of my units, but that unit cannot have a second item on top of it. Let's see, what do we want? The Barricade is generally pretty nice. This is a really interesting item as well, a really interesting element as well that I think is worth mentioning here. Okay, so we've got the Barricade. We also have another Assassin. Maybe we do play Assassin, who knows? So, I don't know, but then the Barricade is bad. I shouldn't have taken that. Oh, man. Mistakes were made. That's alright. That's alright. So, are we keeping these Nature's Prophets? Probably not. I'm gonna get rid of these so we can get to income. I'll probably get rid of this one too. Because we found that level 2 Phantom Assassin. It just kind of seems silly to, you know, now also be hedging for a Nature's Prophet. This is actually fairly strong. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by the game because it's just kind of fun to play. I like it. I like that I am, you know, playing this game and I'm like, oh, okay, interesting. You know, I get to see all of the different synergies and I just have a good time playing it. Alright, there's a Beastmaster again. I don't know if I care about the Beastmaster, if I'm completely honest. I think the Beastmaster goes soon anyway. I'm almost tempted to just yeet him right now. He doesn't do much for us. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeet him right now. That might seem a little bit weird, but it just guarantees that we have enough gold to get to 22 gold so we can get income. How does money work in Underlords? You get a baseline income, you get bonus gold for win and lose streaks, and you can get interest. Interest is 1 extra gold per 10 gold you have, and this is where it gets interesting, but it caps at 30 gold. So the maximum interest you can get is 3 gold per round. And the default income you get isn't the usual 5, it's 7. Isn't that interesting? I think that's fascinating. So I'm not really doing a great job at probably selling why that is fascinating, but it's really cool. Because what it does is it changes the game to be a lot more about it changes the game to be a lot more about using your money, right? Something I don't like about auto chess, and I've been playing a lot of auto chess too, as additional research, right? So chat can confirm, but we've been playing a little bit of just regular original Dota auto chess every single day, and Dota auto chess has a big problem that I don't really like very much, which is that very frequently you just do nothing. You just go into your turn and you do nothing. Because that's just the correct thing to do. Alright, we'll level up here and I'll put this guy in. This way we get the Poisonous. That's what I was working towards. And by doing nothing, actually I can like do something kind of funky like this maybe. By doing nothing, you create not necessarily the most interesting gameplay experience, if I'm completely honest, right? That's not necessarily something I think everybody's gonna be looking for. A game where you spend a lot of the time just sitting around and waiting for your income to build up. Oh, there we go. Do we win? This is kind of hard to tell. So this is a problem I have with Underlords. It's pretty, but it's not very good at communicating who's winning a fight. That's because a lot of effects in this game deal sort of delayed damage. And that makes it really difficult to see how much damage your units have actually taken. There have been a variety of different fights that I have encountered recently where I was just kind of like, oh, nice, we got there. We did what we needed to do. And then it turned out, no, we didn't. We just kind of die. That's not great, right? So we get ourselves Q here. That would be nice if we could get that maxed out. Oh, nice. Look at that. So, another thing that's really interesting about Dota Underlords is that Dota Underlords puts a lot of emphasis on 3-star units. Now, I hope I don't cover this up too much with my camera. I do cover this up. Maybe I should go over here. All right, that seems better. All right, we'll be over here then. So, on the left side here, you can see my Phantom Assassin. You can see her damage values, her synergies. And then you can see coup de grace. What's important here is, at the 3-star effect, Phantom Assassin gains the bonus of the current active level of the Rogue Alliance, if you have any. And that's pretty common. A lot of units have 3-star effects. Bounty Hunter 3-star effect, Bounty Hunter will generate 1 gold when killing an enemy hero. Dazzle 3-star. Dazzle offers a shallow grave to all friendly units up to 1 cell away. Cell away, all blessed units survive for an extra 5 seconds after receiving a killing blow. Right, so there are these bonus effects that you get when a unit goes to 3-star. So it's generally very powerful to get units to 3-stars, and that's a really big part of this game's meta game. This right here are our Underlords. We will talk about these guys in detail. We will talk about them in great detail. Absolutely, but not right now. Because if I start talking about the Underlords, I am not going to stop talking about the Underlords, because there's a lot to be said about the Underlords. And so, for the moment, we will not. We will not do this. Instead, we will continue playing. And we will discuss the Underlords later at a calmer moment, I suppose. Because, dear God, do I have opinions on the Underlords. Oh, man. Alright, so anyway. Getting 3-stars is really valuable. There are lots and lots of strong team compositions that very much rely on getting units to a 3-star level. So it's fairly common for players to stay at a relatively low shop level, right? They'll go to level 6, very frequently level 6 or 7, and then just kind of roll until they get a couple of 3-stars and then upgrade from there. That is, of course, quite different from other auto chesses. If you are, familiar with those, you will know that it's not necessarily how those are played. So-called reroll comps aren't necessarily unheard of, but they're not necessarily plan A either. And in Dota Underlords, they very much are. Dota Underlords is all about 3-stars. Anyway, seems we're playing Assassins today. That's okay. Well, we can play Assassins. That's kind of fun. Alright, I'm hoping to get this Phantom Assassin to a 3-star, since we have quite a lot of them already. We have 7 Phantom Assassins. We need 9, so we're pretty close. Would be good. Oh, this guy just stole our items. Or one of our items. That's alright. So, we're going to level 6, and then at level 6, I'm gonna be re-rolling a bunch. Although, I'm not actually gonna go to level 6. I'm gonna just kind of leave it here, and I'm gonna start re-rolling now. So, I feel like we are already nearly there, and we almost, we're gonna kind of get there naturally by just waiting one more round. On that note, I think I'm getting out of poisoners right now. Let's get these nerds in there. And then we have mana. Who needs mana? I guess Queen of Pain, probably? Yeah, this right here just gives some mana regen per second. We got Slark, who is one of the key units of Assassins. He's incredibly strong. So hopefully we can get some nice items for him. And if we can't get items for him, then that's okay too. We should be able to make use of him no matter what. Although, I know so far we're not doing very well, but it's okay. We'll get there. Don't worry about it. It's all fine. Alright. So now we're level 6. We'll roll for this Phantom Assassin 3-star. And after we have the Phantom Assassin 3-star, we'll probably continue leveling, but we'll see what exactly we kind of can get here. We can get more damage, but I don't think we necessarily need that. Yeah, here we go. That's better. We can get some nice tier 3 items. We can get Battle Fury, which is great for Ember Spirit, of course. Now, this is to me one of the greatest strengths of the concept of Dota Underlords. I love that it is a tie-in to Dota. I just need one more assassin. All right, we're not getting it. Just get this guy, I guess. Just get a dude. What assassin can we get? Oh, they are 4 stars. Oh, we need a Templar assassin, specifically. Okay, well, that's gonna be tricky. Alright, alright. Anyway, but I love this game as a tie-in to Dota. I think that's great. I think the idea of Dota Underlords as kind of a standalone game that is closely connected to Dota 2 is wonderful and absolutely something worth exploring. However, the current Underlords doesn't do a very good job of that, in my opinion. Now, you may disagree with that, that's fine, but I don't think it does a very good job of that. And here's my main problem. I don't believe that it is very, accurate to Dota. And it does kind of just do random shit instead that sort of fits with the units, right? Like where it looks at the units and it's like, hey, wouldn't this be cool if they did this? I think a prime example here would be the Spirit synergy, right? Where the Spirit synergy is whenever a spirit casts an ability, they enter a charged state. When 3 spirits are in a charged state, they perform the forbidden technique of the triangular delta slam, each dealing 130 magic damage to all enemies caught inside and applying the elemental type whatever thing. Damage and effect duration are multiplied by 1.5 at 2-star onto it. 3-star. Anyway. Point being, it does this weird triangular attack thing, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. It's cool. It is cool. It's fun. It is fun. But it's got jack shit to do with Dota. And that is a problem in my eyes. And not necessarily a problem, I suppose, more of a missed opportunity. Right? It is a missed opportunity because Dota is a game full of so many effects and synergies and so much history that we can pull from, that we don't have to make shit up out of nowhere without any basis in that, in that history, I suppose. We definitely get rid of this. I think I would rather go for Kunkka, because we get the swordsman going on. I feel like we need to go to 7. I gotta find this Templar assassin. It also would be nice to just have Kunkka as a frontliner of a swordsman. This each swordsman unit gains bonus damage to each enemy unit adjacent to it. So makes our Phantom Assassin and Ember Spirit, makes them all quite a bit more effective. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is I think this game could do a much better job at being connected to Dota. And I think that a lot of the synergies in this game feel a little bit arbitrary in what they do, because they either just pulled from Dota auto chess and are really similar to that. For example, here scaled allies gain magic resistance. Like, look at these units here. There's Medusa, Slardar, Tidehunter, Slog, and Venomancer. Okay, sure, they are scaled units. I will give you that. I accept it. Why the fuck do these units give magic resistance though? That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if that maybe makes sense to you, right? But those units are not tied together by a concept of resisting magic. If anything, those units could be tied together through a concept of some sort of purging ability or some sort of minus armor effect. Right? Like if we look at, I think Tidehunter and Slog are actually really similar. They both have some dispelling effects. You can have, I think Tidehunter and Slardar also somewhat similar because they have access to minus armor, which is nice. And then, you know, big AoE stuns. Medusa sort of has a big AoE stun. I guess I'll give you that. And they can all do attack damage, I suppose. So there are some elements that we could argue tie these characters together. At least the 4 on the left, not so much Venomancer. But none of them have anything to do with gaining magic resistance. But why does this synergy give magic resistance? It gives magic resistance because the Naga synergy in the original Dota Auto Chess gave magic resistance. But the Naga synergy in the original Dota Auto Chess was made up, right? Like it was just that's bad. This is not great. This is not great. Well, shit. Oh, what did we get? I guess Hunter? No, we didn't get an item. That's pretty bad. I do a roll here. That's fine. We'll get the conquer. Can we fit hunters? No, we not easily anyway. Alright, I think we do need to go to 7 here. I gotta find out TA. As soon as we get TA, we can get ourselves this going, this level 6 synergy there. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that was taken over from Dota Auto Chess that was then, you know, just kind of ported into the game. And that's fine. Again, when this game was made, it was just meant to be that. That's what people wanted. And honestly, I think in that way, that is absolutely acceptable. But looking at it now, again, looking at it through a critical lens in the modern day, I think we can say that this is all arbitrary. And it is arbitrary because the people that were making the original Auto Chess were making it arbitrarily. I mean, they just make shit up. It has no basis in any semblance of logic. Sven is kind of fun, I guess. Now Ember Spirit? Just give me that. Nah, I'm not going Sven. Oh no. No, where is she? Don't do this to me. Alright, I guess Sven goes in. Because all my money. We're so close to some 3 stars though. I guess that's good. But if you look at the original Auto Chess, I mean, it is all over the place. Right? Absolutely all over the place. Meepo is a mech. They have centaur synergies for heroes that aren't centaurs. Marcy is a monk. So is Brewmaster. I mean, I guess I actually kind of accept Brewmaster. You know, like monks were known for beer. But you get what I mean, right? They just make shit up. They just make shit up. And that's okay. It's just a custom game, you know. But I feel like we can do better. That's all I'm saying here, right? Hey, Quintus, thanks for the 11 months. Appreciate it. I think we can do better. I think we can push the game into more of a coherent direction. All right, come on. Let me just give me that. Are we going swordsman instead? Oh. All right. Get out of this. I have a 3-star slog. This is not what I am looking for. This was not the goal. I really just want that Templar Assassin. But 3-star slog is good. We need some lifesteal on him ideally. If we can get a satanic later, that would be great. Now, what I just said, those words that I just said, I think are excellent words. That's exactly how people should be talking about Dota Underlords, right? And that's exactly to me why this game has so much merit. Because what I just described was, or like the way I just said those words was Dota language. It was Dota. And it made sense. And that's so sick. If what you're trying to do is make a tie-in product. All right, come on. Yes! Okay, we're good. We're good. We got there. All right, okay. Now we gotta get our economy back. which we have thrown down the dumpster. Very much so. Very much so. That's okay. Luckily in this game, getting economy back is actually kind of feasible. So, my take on the main reason why Dota Underlord failed is as simple as Riot won. Why? What does that even mean? Did you think this take through at all? Sorry, I'm distracted now by this take. What does that even mean, Riot won? Do you think Valve sits at home and when they make decisions about video games, they're like, oh no, Riot has already made a game? What? Do you think they give the tiniest shit? Obviously not. Why would they? That's nonsense. You don't make decisions that way. That is absolute nonsense. All right. Underlords didn't fail. That's the thing about it. The game didn't fail. It was abandoned. Trust me. Like, if this game picked up development again tomorrow, if tomorrow a patch for Dota Underlords released, don't you think that people would flock to it? Don't you think people would be like, oh yeah, hell yeah, let's go, let's play some Underlords? I mean, I would. Would you? To me, that is not a failed game. It's not, it hasn't failed. It just isn't getting updated. So, let's go ahead and come in over here. Anyway. Alright, come on, Slog. I mean, Slog is actually popping off so fucking hard. And he still doesn't really have a great item. Nice. I mean, we're doing fine. We're doing fine here. Like, now that we actually found this Templar Assassin, we have our Assassin synergy, we should be able to find the Phantom Assassin, the Ember Spirit at some point, and then we should be able to make this whole work. So anyway, what was I saying? I kind of lost track a little bit of what I was saying. Oh yes, I think this game has so much potential, but there are a lot of problems with it. Right? There are a lot of problems with it. Like, for example, the synergies, they don't make any goddamn sense. The way the heroes work also, it's just kind of whack. Like, I think the prime example of this is, wait, let me see if I can find them. Scroll through a little bit, is Wraith King. Because Wraith King has Wraith Fire Blast. Cool, that makes sense, right? But then he has Tombstone. But not really. Raise Dead heroes spawn zombies when they die within 3 cells of Wraith King. If Wraith Kings from both crews are in range, the one ally to the dead hero will raise the zombie. So he raises zombies for allies that die? The fuck does that have to do with Wraith King? That doesn't have anything to do with Wraith King. That's not how Wraith King works. Like, I mean, like, at best he summons skeletons. Like, at its core, that's like immediately a big, you know, distinction there. And Tombstone, that icon, and the zombies being used, that's not Wraith King. That's Undying. And you might say, oh, Baumi, it's a minor thing. Yeah, no, it's not a minor thing. That's exactly the kind of things that I feel like you can do with this game to, like, push it. But I wouldn't stop there, right? Like, so this game, as far as I'm concerned, doesn't just need an overhaul of its synergies. It needs to be it needs to be adjusted to modern Dota, right? There are so many things that have changed in Dota that now need to, as far as I'm concerned, also change in Dota Underlords. What this game could be, again, is it could be that perfect tie-in product that just kind of like connects the two games together, and it just does that. It just, every time a new Dota patch releases, you can have a patch release in Dota Underlords as well that kind of like makes things match. Right? And that would make it really easy. I also think then Underlords could be a really nice avenue for people to get into Dota. Of course, Dota players will play Underlords, right? But I also think there would be a lot of people that might be inclined to play Dota Underlords and then try out some Dota. As long as the games are kept similar and intentionally similar. Alright? And there's a lot of ideas there that I think currently aren't actually explored that well in the auto chess or auto battle genre as a whole, that could be used in this game to make it a more closely tied experience to Dota. And the big thing here that I always talk about is scaling units. I want to have units that scale. Do we like any of this? No. I mean, again, we're just kind of leveling up right now. I don't really see a reason to do anything else. To be honest, we might just go for Void instead of getting the Swordsman going on. That's probably better. But I'm just hedging my options a little bit. So what do I mean with scaling? When I say scaling, one of the things that to me makes Dota a really unique game is its vagueness. And that may sound a little bit strange, right? But Dota is a game that's actually really indirect about what it wants from you. Dota doesn't tell you, play this hero as a carry. Here are attack damage items, and here are abilities that scale with attack damage and attack damage items. And instead, Dota is just kind of like, I don't know, this guy does physical damage. Figure it out! Dota will add new items into the game, and then just kind of go like, I don't know, like just make it work somehow. This item gives all stats. What does all stats even mean? The fact that we have attributes in Dota. Alright, come on. Give me one time. Fuck. This is actually okay. I don't know who to put it on though. Probably you? I don't know, that's bad. So, for example, I think the attribute system in Dota is such an iconic and distinct part of the game, and is also just absolutely unhinged if you think about it. Why does Dota do that? I mean, yes, Warcraft 3, I know, but like, ignore that. Just set that aside for a moment. Apart from Warcraft 3, what argument would there be for having some sort of attribute system? Because I think actually the attribute system, even if it didn't already exist, would be a fine thing to implement. It would be a fine thing to do as a design decision, as an active, conscious design decision. Because what the attribute system does is it adds that nice vagueness to the game. And vagueness gives opportunities for creativity. Can we go to... So we need to go to 8. And then just roll into Faceless Void, right? Alright, that's good. You're not Faceless Void. Huh. Kind of funny that we found Wraith King, I guess. But not Faceless Void. So... vagueness gives opportunity for creativity. Dota lets its players figure stuff out by themselves. And that can lead to problems. It has led to problems many, many times in the past. Where Dota was just kind of like, oh, hell, here's a change. And then, oops, now Sparrow Breaker farms the entire map when he charges across it passively. Oh, oops, Sparrow Breaker is suddenly the best hero in the game. Oh no, we made Dazzle stinker. Right? And like, that sounds kind of like a bad thing. That sounds like that would be a problem. But I think it's part of the charm of the game. I think it's actually really cool that those kinds of shenanigans happen in Dota. Alright, this guy's going hard, this guy's going hard. I mean, I think we're just fine, right? I would really like to find the Faceless Void. That would be ideal, but no. Probably won't. I mean, we'll see how we do here. I'm also still hoping to find this Phantom Assassin. Anyway, I love the vagueness of Dota. I think it's the game's strongest element. As a whole, if I were to describe one singular thing about Dota that I love more than anything else. It's how vague it is and how much freedom that gives its players. If I could describe one thing I would love about Underlords is if it gave me a freaking faceless void. And attributes are something that figure into it. So let's talk about these synergies really quick. I really don't like a lot of these. This is garbage. This is nothing. Why have this? Right? Like it's so bland. It's not necessarily actually, as far as synergies are concerned, it shouldn't be too harsh. It's actually one of the better ones because it's a 2-unit synergy, so it's pretty easy to fit. And when you do fit it, it does just kind of give you something that could be really valuable when going up against certain compositions. So in that way, I actually think having a simple slap-in magic resistance synergy isn't too bad. But, oh my god, is this boring. Right? It's nothing. It's nothing. Hunter? All hunters have a chance of quickly performing extra attacks? Who cares? Why are you talking to me? Humans, allies generate mana per second? I mean, I can actually kind of get on board with this. This is a bit more interesting because it allows for some synergies with other, compositions, letting them spam their items a bit more. But also, why are you talking to me about this? I don't want to hear about it ever again. This is bad. Why are my items so shit? We're having some problems. There we go. Oh my god, we got it. We actually found it. Holy shit. Friends, we did it. We did it. We got it. We got the Void synergy. All allied heroes have a 40% chance to deal an additional 4% of target's max health as pure damage. This effect can only occur once every 0.5 seconds. This is, again, boring as hell. Now, it's not boring because it is, necessarily anything wrong with this in particular, right? By itself, I actually think this would be a fun synergy. The problem I see with a lot of these, this right here giving armor, this right here giving extra attacks, there's Troll that gives extra attack speed. The problem I see with a lot of these is that they're all just a different way of doing the same thing over and over again, which is to deal more damage. Right? They're all just different interpretations of damage. And you might say, Baumi, well, what else is there gonna be? I mean, it's gonna be damage, right? And I think, well, yeah. But why can't I build my own damage? What if, for example, Swordsman, instead of giving bonus damage for each unit adjacent to it, what if Swordsman instead made it so that at the start of your turn, the unit next to a Swordsman permanently gains +1 agility? Ah, okay. Well, now that gets you thinking, right? So who do I position next to my swordsman? All of a sudden, I now have to think about positioning on the map. All of a sudden, I have to think what units work well with agility. And then I also have to think about, well, who is worth scaling? When do I want to start scaling? Who do I want to commit into this? Do you see how this presents so many more different, interesting options that weren't there before? Can we win? I think we do win. Nice. Yeah, it's just kind of RNG, honestly. So many different ideas that could come from that. You could have different units enter the game at different levels, for example. So right now what we have is hopefully a Phantom Assassin. I would like a Phantom Assassin. Do we go to do we still try to get to level 9? Is the game gonna last long enough for that? Not really sold on this idea. I also kind of want to put the Faceless Void here and hoping that he just slams an ultimate on all of them. Because right now I think I'm kind of self-sabotaging with the ultimate a little bit. Anyway. Oh no. Wait. Oh wait, if I remember correctly, Faceless Void can't trap your own units, right? Well, that still worked better, though. So I guess I shouldn't complain about it. Alright, weirdly we're doing okay. I don't ask me why, but we're hanging in there. Should I just roll for the Phantom Assassin? I mean, if I level up, what can we find? Now, to be honest, scaled might actually be alright. It's just add dude, right? If I can get a Tidehunter in. But we do still need to level for that. Alright, we just chill. My point is that we could make synergies that are more interesting and that feel more like Dota. The way auto chess works and the way something like Teamfight Tactics also works is actually not really like Dota at all. As in, they just give you units that are a set power level, right? So when I buy Slug, well, this is just the power level of the Slug. If I buy Juggernaut, this is just the power level of the Juggernaut. And Slug is stronger than Juggernaut. Although Juggernaut is actually one of the units that I think is more interesting than that, but we'll get to him in a second. Alright, come on. Do we want Refresher? This is a really nice item, but I don't think I have a great carrier for it. Come on. Why? This is such garbage. I keep getting nothing. Alright, give me a Tidehunter. Oh, look, we actually got him. Nice. That's pretty cool. Wait, so Faceless Void makes assassins jumps out, right? Yeah, friendly assassins jump out of the cube. That's very good. Alright, there's a Ravage, which is just more disable. Well, the Slug just jumped into the cube. Buddy, that's not where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be outside of the cube. Okay. Ah, we lose. Yeah, this guy is just getting better items than me. I don't know. Admittedly, like, I may have just been making bad choices, but I keep hoping for lifesteal on the Slug. If I had gotten a Satanic at any of these points, we could have just slapped that on the Slug, and we would have been fine. It would have been so easy from that point. But, oh well. Well, I guess I get the Tidehunter. Who knows? Maybe we can get a 2-star. Kind of funny. I said earlier we were gonna get the Phantom Assassin 3-star, but we still haven't. It's like the one unit we didn't 3-star yet. Oh man, big struggle. Anyway. So this guy has a divine? Oh, this Lycan has a divine, yeah. So if we win a fight, we can steal the divine. I mean, then we win the game, right? Presumably. And I think we win the fight. Nice. Ah, we win the game anyway. Yeah, it's very RNG. I mean, we were playing Assassins. It's a crit fiesta. Everybody knows that. That's just how it goes. Hey, let's go. We won ourselves a match. How good is that? Alright, let's just go again. The theming of this game is wonderful. I love it. I love the theming of Underlords. Oh, it's so great. We are like these weird gangs in the like White Spire under city, whatever. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know the exact specifics of the lore here. I gotta be honest, but I love the theming of it. I think it's great. I love the idea of the Underlords as these gang leaders, right? Now, we're gonna spend some time talking about the Underlords themselves. I fucking hate the Underlords. The Underlords are, to me, a fundamental misunderstanding of what makes a good auto battler, and I really, really don't like them in any way. I love the theme, no clue what the lore is. You don't need to know the lore to appreciate the theme. That's not necessarily something that is necessary. Anyway, so the Underlords themselves, I think, are pretty bad. What are the Underlords? You saw me select an Underlord earlier. You get an Underlord at around 10. There are 4 different Underlords. You have to select one of them. And each of the Underlords has a couple of different skill sets. I think it's 2 or 3, I'm not entirely sure. But they basically come with some standard abilities that they will always have, and then one different kind of big ultimate ability. And the Underlords are fairly powerful. They scale throughout the game, and they're just supposed to be a unit that you have no matter what. As far as I'm concerned, that's terrible. Right? To me, a big part of the auto battle genre is that you have this variety. In the game that we just played, I wanted to play Poisonous, but then I saw, oh, we have a really good start for Assassins. So I just played Assassins. And then I noticed, you know what? I think I can make Assassins work. And so we pivoted fully into Assassins, we committed into it, and then we ended up winning the game because of that. I didn't have that game plan going into the match. I found that game plan while I was playing. And to me, that is the most important part and most interesting part of this genre. This is why this genre works really well. This is also my biggest problem with teamfight tactics. We'll talk about that in a second. But I love that flexibility, right? It's got a lot of that feeling that I described of vagueness with Dota, where these kinds of games kind of just say, hey, just, play and you'll see what you get. And then that's what you make happen. That's great. I love that. I think the Underlords go completely against that idea. They completely break that principle because they put every player into the same position at round 10 of having to pick one of these 4 dudes. Well, just pick one of the 4 dudes. You have to. Look, you gotta pick one of them 4 dudes. They all have slightly different abilities, but you gotta get one of them. To me, that is terrible. Doesn't that completely go against the principle of the whole idea? Wait, why did I not? Oh, I'm not. Okay, it's too early. I thought I could go, but it's fine. All right, anyway. But doesn't that completely go against the principle of the whole idea? The entire concept of the genre is about that freedom of discovery. It's about that moment of like, oh, I found my build. And then in this game, they're just like, well, but you may find your build, but you have to use one of these 4 units. And everybody has to use one of the 4 units. And that's just it. The worst part about the Underlords to me isn't that they are actively bad. It's that they are unnecessary. They don't really do anything of significance. They could be removed, and the game would probably just be better for it. And that is the highest, most cruelest crime that a game mechanic can commit. If it could be removed without the game becoming worse, then it should go. You saw earlier in the game, I just picked an Underlord. I picked the one that I generally think is the best and works for most strategies. And then I just stuck her in a corner and ignored her for the rest of the game. And that's how, honestly, most of the time, the Underlords play out for me. I get one. I mean, you don't really even buy them, right? I just get one, and then I just ignore them. Because at the end of the day, well, not like they really do much. Not like they really matter. All right, interesting. Okay, so I think we're definitely going into some sort of summoning direction here. Poisonous would be good. I could have maybe kept the Omni Knight. Maybe we should have kept the Omni Knight, yeah. Oh well. So that's to me something that I think they are really strange. They're also very strange because they just don't really fit into the rest of the mechanics. Like, for example, the item system in the game is something that could probably use a little bit of work, but I think is overall pretty solid. Like, it's alright. Underlords can't equip items. Why can't they equip items? Because they didn't want the Underlords to feel too powerful. Because then it's just down to selecting an Underlord every game and then the Underlord fights for you and then the rest of your units don't matter, right? That would feel awful. So they had to make sure that the Underlords themselves aren't that strong. So they also made sure they couldn't equip items because then it becomes unpredictable. And that makes sense. It solves the problem of the Underlords being too powerful. But like, you know, why is that a problem that we are solving in the first place? Should we be needing to solve that problem? I feel like probably not, right? That's probably a problem that shouldn't exist in the first place. Oh. See, I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna handle this one. Like, it's looking a bit tough. This guy is strong. The Vengeful Spirit, the 2-star Vengeful Spirit in the back, and these two units, they are very powerful. But we have summons, and summons are generally pretty nice to have. Ah, no, AoE. Alright. Yeah, this guy also has some AoE, but I don't know, who knows? Maybe we can pull it off. If I can find my last Poisoner here, then we can play Poisonous, and then we'll be fine. So we just need the Venomancer. So, as far as I'm concerned, the Underlords are just kind of a superfluous addition, and they could just go. Right? They could just go, and the game would be better, or at least not worse for it. But there's one really big reason why I think the Underlords have to go. And it's actually got very little to do with gameplay. I believe the Underlords should be removed. Oh, we got our Poisoners. We also got this guy. Interesting. What's better right now? Probably actually like this, right? So, there's one big reason why I think the Underlords should be removed. Why they kind of have to be removed. And that's because it ruins the fantasy of the game. Who should be the Underlords? Like, who do you think are the Underlords in Dota Underlords? To me, that's the players. Right? I am the Underlord. When I play Dota Underlords, I am the Dota Underlord. I am the one that's in charge of my gang. That's where that fantasy. I think I'm actually out of Poisoners, friends. We have so many of these druids here that I think we're just, or shamans, sorry, that we're going shamans. Cool. Anyway. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the Underlords in Dota Underlords, that's the players. We are the gang leaders of the White Spire streets. We are assembling our team for the newest heist. And we have wanted posters at the end that indicate our rank and bounty. That's sick. But if we actually have Underlords that we are playing, well, then that entire fantasy doesn't work anymore, does it? Because I thought I am the Underlord, so I'm not the Underlord then. Because I just put an Underlord into play. How can I be the Underlord if the guy that I just put into play is the Underlord? That doesn't make a lot of sense now, does it? And yeah, it doesn't. That's a major issue with them. And that's not an issue you can easily solve. Whether or not the gameplay mechanic is bad doesn't actually matter as far as I'm concerned. The Underlords have to go purely because they ruin the core fantasy of the game, which is that we are the Underlords. And that's something that is non-negotiable as far as I'm concerned. Like, that is just something that, nah, not good. Maybe you could rebrand them as like, you know, your first-hand man. But is that really interesting? Right? Is that... I don't know. It's not a great vibe, is it? It's just like not really that cool either. Alright, whoa. I'm very good at the video game. Did you guys know that? I mean, we haven't even really done anything. I'm just buying these druids. But I guess we're playing druids. That's sick. Let's go. Druid City. We probably want to try and get some summoners in there. And then some beasts or something. And then that's kind of our entire game plan here. To me, the biggest issue with them is that it creates instability right at the start of the game. You pick the wrong one. Too bad. It sort of does that. But like the fact that it only shows up at round 10 sort of mitigates that as well. Again, I think that's something that's very important to keep in mind about games, is that it's not just necessarily about the cold hard mechanics, right? Like that's something I feel like people often get stuck in, is that they only think about games as a collection of game mechanics, while really a game is an experience. A game is not just its mechanics, but its game is the whole of the experience that you have while playing it. And in that way, I think these 4 nerds make the experience worse. Which one of them do we want? I guess this is a summoner. We can buff our entire army. I don't know which one is best, honestly. They didn't have the one that I like to go for, so I'm just gonna get this nerd. So this guy buffs our units. Now reaches... oh, wait, here. Hobgoblins attacks light enemies on fire. He can fire a fireball, launch a fireball, and he can buff our entire crew, giving them 35 movement speed. I love the language in this game. Ah, this is so good. Look at this. Hobgoblins attacks now reach the entire battlefield, and your entire crew gains 35 attack speed. It's not your entire team, it's not all of your units. All of those would be correct, right? But doesn't your crew have so much more flavor in its language? What a wonderful, wonderful use of language. Really, really fantastic. But is Hobgen part of this crew? Is Hobgen the Underlord? Am I the Underlord? I mean... Now Hobgen is hanging out in the bottom right corner where I was. So has he replaced me? What's my role in this new arrangement? You kind of get my point, how it sort of diminishes that fantasy. Anyway. Think Hearthstone Battlegrounds buddies have similar gameplay problems? No. But in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you don't play your buddies, you're playing your heroes, right? So Hearthstone Battlegrounds doesn't have the same fantasy. And I think Hearthstone Battlegrounds' fantasy is weaker. Because in Hearthstone Battlegrounds, you play a hero, you play a specific character that you select at the start of the game. And that character has specific abilities, and that's just who you are for that match. That isn't super interesting. But it's in line with the rest of Hearthstone. So it's also, what else would you expect, right? Like, it's fine. Underlords has a way stronger fantasy, and you can lean into this. You can use something here. That's the thing. It's a missed opportunity. Probably get Shadow Shaman. We can use this to buff our summoners for what it's worth. Shadow Shaman's a pretty good unit in general. Alright, we're just gonna keep leveling. We want to go and kind of power level a little bit, because these units are already fairly leveled up. And with summoners, we're just gonna aim to sort of flood the board. We want to just have a million dudes out there. And then if we can, like, fit one late game unit. Like, if we can find a troll warlord with a nice item, perfect. We're good to go then. Alright then. So here we go. Something I wanted to mention about TFT, I said earlier. So one of the problems that I personally have with TFT is that it's a game that lends itself very much towards optimization. That fantasy of going through the game and finding your crew, finding your team as you discover it, doesn't quite apply as much to TFT. It does still apply, don't get me wrong, but TFT is a game that's very optimized, and sort of by the end of the game you can usually, you find a lot of homogeneity. And that's not necessarily ideal as far as I'm concerned. That's something where I feel like the game could certainly be improved. Alright, we'll just get this. I don't think I will level up right now. We'll be fine, even if we lose a little bit now. Goal right now is get to 8, slap some more units in. Find Lone Druid, and then probably Lycan. I think that makes perfect sense. Then we can go to 9 and find Troll Warlord. And here we go. How are we doing? I think yeah. Honestly, Shadow Shaman is such a monster of a unit. I don't know if that's a big surprise to anyone. But yeah, Shadow Shaman is very, very powerful, so that's great. Doing really well with that. And now we can level up. I think we can actually go 2 points because we won the fight. You get an extra gold for winning the fight, which is really nice. And, oh, it's just profit. How nice. Although, this is kind of nothing. I will roll once. Alright, we'll get this guy, I guess. That's not ideal, but it's fine. It's fine. At the end of the day, I'm more concerned with preserving money so we can go to 8 quickly. And then, wanna roll on 8. Alright, in we go. Something that is wonderful about Underlords, though, is it is a time capsule, in a way. It's a game that's been around for a while now, and hasn't changed in any way. But other games in the genre, they have continued developing. And while Underlords has been in stasis, I've been playing the games. I think we all have been playing the games, right? We've been playing those other games, and we can learn from them. We can look at them, and we can avoid mistakes that they made. And that's really helpful from a game development perspective, because of course we're going to be able to, or we would be able to preserve a lot of, we would be able to prevent ourselves from making mistakes in the way that other games made them. Because we now have a better understanding of what works in the genre and what doesn't. This game is a blank canvas that's just kind of waiting to be filled in. And that's wonderful, I think. Again, there's so many things I find appealing about Dota Underlords. I mean, I'm gonna be here for the next hour and a half or whatnot, describing them all to you. You know what I mean? Anyway, we'll go ahead and just win this. I mean, we're doing really well right now. I'm pretty happy with our performance. We don't have to do too much right now. We just level. This right here, oh my god. Friends, we got there. Ooh, but how do we set up our units? I guess we kind of do a little cluster like so. It's a little tricky, isn't it? This guy doesn't have that much range. Alright, we found Lone Druid. How good is that? You go. We don't need you anymore. So now we summon ourselves Black Dragon. Look at this boy. Who is actually quite powerful. Should be able to carry us through pretty much the entire game. We might be able to just go to 9 immediately. I feel like that's actually the correct play, right? Just go to 9. The other option is that we stay, even possibly on 7, and try to 3-star some stuff. But I kind of like going to 9 and playing for powerful units a bit more. We can use what we have right now for tempo, go to 9, and just slap in a bunch of monsters. Ooh, this is also interesting. Do we have somebody who uses cooldown reduction? Shadow Shaman can. Alright. There's no Magnus. I mean, we're not really gonna use him, but oh well. To be honest, it's probably better to stay here, because I have the cooldown reduction thing. If I can stick that on Nature's Prophet and get the 3-star Nature's Prophet, that seems stronger. It's a little less risky. A little more patient. That seems alright. Oh, AoE. That right there is the spirit synergy. Which, again, while kind of neat, it doesn't have anything to do with Dota. And I feel like when I say stuff like, I want the game to be a tie-in to Dota, those are the elements that bother me a tad. Not necessarily because the core idea is flawed. The core idea is okay, but because the core idea is just disconnected. And I don't think it has to be. I think there is an interpretation of these mechanics, of these characters that we could find that, you know, fits. And isn't just some random shit. Alright. Yeah, we'll see if we can get some of these 3-stars going. Just a couple of guys. What does this guy's 3-star do? Units healed by Leech Seed gain living armor. Interesting. Although what's kind of... No, we're committed now. No, we're doing this. I'm a little bit worried about the... what am I saying? I'm a little bit worried about our opponents outscaling us if we stay on 7. But it's not like we're not doing anything, right? Like, we're just gonna be looking for our own upgrades. You consider putting this on non-druid, but it has a 60-second cooldown. This lowers the cooldown to 40 seconds. That doesn't seem that good. I gotta be honest. This guy's cooldown is 14 seconds. So lowering that means he might actually be able to cast twice. There's not much point to lowering a cooldown from unattainable to slightly less unattainable. Alright, there's Magnus. There's this guy. Nature's Prophet. What are we doing here anyway? I guess we go a little bit below income. Alright, so we have a couple of things. These guys are 2 stars. I mean, if we can get there. So this is what I see as a bit of the problem with Underlords in its current state. The game has existed without any changes for a while, which means people have gotten a really good grasp of the metagame. When I first started playing Underlords a couple of... well, I guess it must have been like weeks at this point. Like, I started playing it like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I mean, of course, I played it a lot beforehand. In total, how many hours do I have? Let me check really quick. In total, I've played 427 hours of Dota Underlords, so I've played a good bit of it. But when I first picked it up again, I was just getting crushed left and right. Like, I was just getting absolutely destroyed. And a big part of that was because I didn't understand that I should go for 3 stars. And I just didn't really understand that that is how you play this game. That's what you should be pursuing. You should be playing for 3 stars. Because at the end of the day, 3 stars are what win you the game. They are just the most powerful thing you can do. And that's because they have these 3-star effects. So at 3-star level, they don't just become more powerful versions of themselves, but they also get a huge spike in power on top of that. I don't think this is the most interesting thing you can do though. I think 3-star units should absolutely be an option and a playstyle. Nothing wrong with it. But having it be sort of like the primary approach to the game, the approach that really is, at the end of the day, one of the most powerful strategies, I find that problematic. Because free-starring, very frequently, is just kind of doing nothing for a lot of the time. Right? You just kind of do nothing. You just sit back and you roll and you hope you get there. And that's not my favorite. It's not my favorite approach to the game, you know what I mean? I think it would be more interesting. Ooh, now we can get a second bear. I think it would be more interesting to have an approach that's more centered around the idea of active gameplay. All right. Sort of making progress on a couple of these. I was also hoping we could find that Lone Druid. The problem is if I go to 8, I reduce the chances of finding the arrow units, which isn't necessarily ideal. Yeah. I don't know. Sorry. Alright, in we go. Man, that Terrorblade is not going down. That's not good. He's just... Oh no, if I just... Somebody kill this fucking Terrorblade. Oh dear. Oh god. Oh. We got destroyed by Terrorblade. Oh no, he was so low. For such a long time, just with his stupid morbid mask. What a nightmare. Alright, there's another Nature's Prophet. We'll get you. Dream Protector. Magnus. More Magnus. Shit, why did I roll again? Sell this guy? No, we kind of want him. Just lock? Then we need to roll down next turn, but we probably need to roll down anyway. I gotta find some of these guys. We do have to just find them. Like, it is time. The next round, I think, is when we are hoping to get at least 1 free star, hopefully 2. Might actually, it's looking like we might actually win this one. Oh, no! Why did I say anything? We might still. Whew. Close call, but we made it. Very nice. So we are gonna need to roll down here, I think. We're gonna need to just get our stuff going on. So this is something you can do in this game, which is very much reminiscent of the original auto chess. But I like it. I like that you can put units in the board that you aren't supposed to have in the board. Got it. Praise be, praise be. Big turn. Big money turn. Alright, look at this. We got 2 free stars now. We got the Lone Druid as a 2-star. Which is actually really good, because keep in mind the Lone Druid has a refresher orb, so you can summon 2 Spirit Bears. And then we'll see. If the Lone Druid ever summons 1, that would be good too. There we go, 2nd Spirit Bear, very nice. And at this point, I mean, if I can get these guys 2 free stars as well, that would be huge. But, whew. Close turn. But now we're looking strong, now we can do this. Level 8 would be nice at this stage, I have to say. That certainly would be true. Anyway. In my ideal world, what I want to do is I want to spend probably around half a year redesigning Dota Underlords. And then probably a year implementing everything, testing it, and then relaunching it. That's how long it would take. Because keep in mind, I don't want to just have Underlords Also, by the way, I know I'm just fantasizing. Let me fantasize. Let me fantasize, okay? Let me have some fun. I don't want to just re-release Underlords as is, but now it gets balance updates. Right? No, I would want to really make a new Underlords. An Underlords that, yes, it is Underlords, but also it is now modern. It's been updated to fit with everything we've learned. Shadow Shaman. Oh, we're not going for 3-star Shadow Shaman. That's too expensive at this point. We're gonna 3-star these guys, hopefully. But I'm not going for a 3-star Shadow Shaman at this stage. I think that's just going too far, to be honest. Refresher? Let's reroll. When an equipped hero ally within oneself, the equipped hero receives a killing blow. Shit, I guess? I don't know. Pop off, Magnus? So I would like this. It makes our summons better. Ideally, we get... Well, it doesn't... Meepo's actually fine. It's fine. I want to get to income first. I want to get to income first. Send in your resume, Baumi. Well, I don't need to just send in a resume. For this kind of pitch, what I need to do is I need to send in a freaking plan. I need to let him know that I am not just here to fuck around. I'm not just somebody who's like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you gave me your video game? I need to be somebody who is like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if you gave me your video game? Also, here's a plan. He's like, we can do this. Like, we can make this happen, I promise. Right? Which is a big problem with these games. How do you monetize this? How do you monetize it? Tricky. I don't think it's that obvious. I don't think it's that easy. Skins doesn't work. People always say monetize things with skins. And here is what I always say in return. Hearthstone Battlegrounds. A very interesting scenario there. Hearthstone Battlegrounds used to be monetized via a battle pass. Where if you bought the battle pass, you got some in-game advantages. You were slightly stronger because you could make a bet, like you had more options for your initial hero selection. So it gave you power. It was a bit pay to win. And people were complaining about it. And they said you should monetize it through skins. So what did they do? They actually did it. They went and said, okay, we're changing the monetization. We're making the battle pass available for in-game purchases. You can just earn gold to buy the battle pass. And really important thing there is that there was, for us Hearthstone Battleground players, there was no other use for the gold. You would earn gold for playing, and you're supposed to use the gold for, like, you know, booster packs of Hearthstone. But us Hearthstone Battleground players, we didn't give a shit about those. None of us played Hearthstone. So we just had 1 million gold lying around. I have thousands of Hearthstone gold because I play Battlegrounds, but I got nothing to spend it on. So they made it so you could spend that gold on the Battle Pass, but we would just have way too much gold anyway. So the Battle Pass was essentially free for Battlegrounds players. And then they made lots and lots of nice, fun skins available for purchase. Do you think anybody fucking bought those skins? I sure didn't. And a couple of, I think, like maybe a year and a half later, something like that, they released a blog post and said, hey guys, we tried the skin-based monetization, but people just didn't buy the skins. They just didn't buy the skins. So now we gotta go back to doing a battle pass. And then they went back to doing the battle pass. Can you fault them for that? I can't. They tried it. They were sincere about it. And it just didn't work because people, when they don't have to spend money, they more often than not will not. This fantasy of a skin-based monetization, it's just not really applicable in a lot of scenarios. Alright? And now don't come at me with Dota. Just pointing out the one game where it worked doesn't mean it'll work for everybody. Right? It's a pretty rare thing that it'll work. So here's what I would probably do. Here's probably the monetization that I think makes the most sense for this. I think Battlegrounds. I think Underlords should have a battle pass. And that battle pass has hats and shit like that in it. You get your skins. But also, the battle pass. People are gonna get mad. Lets you play ranked. No battle pass. You don't get no ranked. Ooh, we got an Nature's Prophet. Let's go. We give you this, and we probably give you this. Just need to put this here. Do we go for Lone Druid? I have so many Lone Druids. So what I would say is not actually that harsh. I would say you get one ranked game per day if you don't buy the battle pass. You get to play one ranked game. You can play unranked as much as you want. It's fine. But you can only play a single ranked game. If you want to play ranked more than that, you gotta buy the battle pass. And the battle pass will be like $10 and it'll last like 3 months. I think that will be super fair. That will be giga fair. And then people have a more active reason to buy the battle pass. So that's probably the monetization I would suggest for something like this. So it would still be largely skin focused, but also like buy the freaking battle pass, which is essentially the same thing as a subscription model. I've argued for this for a long time, but I'm a believer in subscription models for video games. Ooh, there's Lycan, there's Wraith King. I don't think we go Wraith King though, it's Nature's Prophet. Tree and Protector. Well, this is actually kind of interesting now. I think we go to 9. I think we go to 9 and slap in these two beasts. It's probably the way to go. Alright, there's a shaman there. Look at this guy, he's huge. Wait, no, we get fucked up by AoE. These stupid spirits. But we're fine. We're so strong. Yeah, we're just, there's so many units. I gotta be completely honest. I got no goddamn idea what's going on. But we're winning. So we're fine. We are fine. Get out of these two? I mean, there's probably not that many rounds left, right? So let's just level up. In you go. In you go. I need to put this horn off on somebody. Put it on the Lycan here in the back. The problem is the Lycan needs to survive a little bit. He needs to survive 2 seconds. Can he survive 2 seconds over here? I guess we'll find out. But now we have the beast synergy, which is nice because now all of our summons gain extra attack whenever they attack. So it makes them nice and powerful. And well, this isn't even really close now, is it? Yeah, look at that. Got him. I think that's a double knockout. Eliminated? And the other one? Eliminated. There we go. First place. Look at that. Got ourselves some progress on the battle pass, I suppose. We're ranking up. Look at me go. second, first place in a row. That's how we do it. Subscription model for any game as a service seems fair, otherwise long-term seems unfeasible. Exactly, right? It's so much better. I'm sorry. Like, I don't understand why people resist the idea of subscription models for video games. Now, let's be completely clear here. I am talking about live service video games. I'm not talking about games that, you know, cost $60 and then you have the entire game. No. Of course, that's like, why would you need a subscription for that? That doesn't make any sense. Like, obviously, that's not what I'm talking about, right? What I'm talking about are games that are continuously supported. Games that get updates, live service games, games like Dota 2 or potentially Dota Underlords, right? Because continuous development costs money. Now, how does this continuous development usually get funded? Well, through garbage. Like, all of the toxic monetization models in the world exist to fund live service games. Right? Like, free-to-play games tend to have this shitty monetization because you gotta somehow fund the continuous development. And that's where... let's just get this. And that's where I think a subscription model fits perfectly. Because with a subscription model, you could just, you know, not have that. You don't have to worry about, oh, yes! We are playing Poisonous. Let's go. Poisonous are so good. All right, get out of this guy, Put all of this down. Very good. Probably just pick up the Enchantress. We can get like Draw Ranger or something. So, the, what was I saying? So the subscription model just makes sense to me. Because then if the developers would just have baseline income and they don't have to force this terrible monetization on people. Because, you know, they just have the money coming in anyway. It makes sense to me. And the thing is that I agree with what Pavel is saying. There are problems with subscription models as well. Subscription models kind of suck because I get that same feeling where like, I feel like now I'm paying for it, so now I have to use it, right? And as soon as you have to do anything, it becomes substantially less fun to do that thing. Now, as soon as you feel compelled to do something, it starts feeling like shit. You just like don't want to do it anymore. At least that's how I always feel. So of course that's not ideal. That's not great either. But that's kind of the beauty of what I was suggesting, where you have like a battle pass that comes out once and you can just buy it and it lasts for the rest of the season, right? And the advantage of that is that it kind of like front loads that. Well, you have already paid for it. So now you kind of just ignore it. Anyway. I completely agree that subscription models are great, but how would it compete in the open market with like TFT, which is free? Wouldn't people gravitate to that instead? I don't know. Okay. How do I put this? I think people worry way too much about whatever the fuck League of Legends is doing. I think, yeah. I mean, that about sums it up. I think people care way too much about whatever the fuck Riot is doing. Right? Does it matter what Riot is doing? Not really. Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, whatever. Just let him be. Let Riot be. We don't need to stress about him. Are we doing okay? Oh, by the way, I haven't explained Poisoner. Poisoner just makes it so that attacks from Poisoners apply stacks of poison. Enemies lose 7 attack speed per stack of poison. And it doesn't say that on there, but the poison also deals damage. This is one of those effects that, again, kind of like, I guess, an interesting-ish synergy, sure. I will accept that. But also, the fuck does this have to do with Dota? Also, why is Alchemist a poisoner? Alchemist does not have poison. That doesn't make any sense. Ooh, here, let's have a look at Brawnies. So, this is my favorite synergy in this entire game. This is Brawny. What does Brawny do? All Brawny units gain 10 maximum health for each kill by any of your team's Brawny units throughout the game. Bonus is multiplied by star level, so you get more powerful if your guys are bigger. Alch Q and new passive. Yeah, no. It's not poison. It's an AoE debuff. Come on, you can't tell me that you have ever in your goddamn life looked at acid spray and been like, that's poison. You have looked at Venomancer and you've looked at Viper and how they spit at you, and then you have a debuff on yourself and you thought to yourself, that is poison. That I am poisoned right now. But you've never walked into acid spray and been like, well, poison. You're lying to yourself if you try to tell me that. Alright, I think we get out of this guy and put in the Juggernaut. I would really, really like to play Brawny if we can do it. Brawny would be great if we can make that happen. It's a bit hard to force, and so far we don't have much of it yet, but, you know. It's in the name, acid. Yeah, acid isn't poison. Like, it's not called poison spray. But, like, Viper's poison is called poison attack. Is it? No, it's not. What's it called? What is Viper's Q called? Is it poison attack? Poison attack feels so simple. It feels way too basic. I think it is called... I need to look this up. It is just called poison attack, right? Viper Dota 2. Abilities. Oh, hey, look at that. We actually did find the Juggernaut. It is poison attack. There you go. Alright. Alchemist is an alchemist, so he can make poison. Look, there are ways to justify Alchemist being a poisoner. Of course, you can just fanfiction your way into it. But the important thing is that that's fanfiction. You're making shit up to justify it after the fact. Right? It's clear that Alchemist was just put into this category because we needed somebody. Somebody had to go in there. I don't know. You know what I mean. It's not the best. I'm just saying that I think you could put something that fits a bit better there. I feel like improvements could be made. That is what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying that it's terrible. It's actually kind of fine. I just feel like it could be better. Oh my god, we're playing Brawny and you can't stop me! Maybe you should stop me. I've got Alchemist though, that's pretty good. Who do we get out of? Probably the Venomancer. Put you in, put you in. It should go... Look, if I wanted to play a smart build, I would go for this stuff now, but I don't want to. I want to play Brawny, so I'm gonna do that. What shop level is best for rolling Brawny? Is it 6? Or should I start rolling already? I honestly, I don't quite know how to play Brawny. But we are getting some kills. We already have 4 kills, so that's pretty good. What do we have here? Desolator. Desolator's pretty good. Helps a bit with the damage output. We do still need the Snapfire and the... I think actually it's probably fine to be on this level. We can get Snapfire and we can get a dragon, and then that's our early game. I don't think I use you. We get out of this. Uh-huh. Good. Very good. Very nice. Alright. We're not getting the Snapfire in just yet. I think the Poisoners are currently stronger. But I'm getting out of the Poisoners. So we are looking for Puck. right? Specifically Puck. All right. And that's going to be 5 units. And the thing about Brawnies is we just try to freestyle them as quickly as we possibly can. And then after we got that, after we got them freestyled, then, only then do we start leveling up. So it kind of goes into that freestyle playstyle again. But again, that's just kind of like a bit of the meta here. It's just how the game works. Poison also includes negative chats. Communication can also be toxic. Look, if they put Troll Warlord into Poison, I would respect that. I would have no problems whatsoever. Let's get Enno in there. And nope. Snap Noodle. There's Puck. Very good. Alright, so we get out of the Poisonous now. And then we put Puck in. Gives us Dragon. There's Beastmaster, so we completely get out of this stuff now. We're all in on Brawny now. All in on Brawny. It's good to get the Brawnies going as quickly as possible because, of course, that means all of the kills we get from now on count towards the Brawny synergy. Keep in mind, the way this works is whenever a Brawny gets a kill, all of our Brawnies gain bonus HP, permanent bonus HP for the rest of the game. I love this synergy because this feels like Dota. It feels like I'm farming. It feels like we're getting more powerful. It feels like we're scaling into the late game. I want to see more of this, but I want to see this with less commitment, if that makes sense. Now, what I also don't want to see is people poking holes into that design idea right now. This is, I'm just telling you my thoughts, right? I haven't sat down and actually fully written out a whole design document for this game. Not yet. I mean, hopefully I will eventually do that. I would love that. But again, I don't really believe, but you know, it would be cool. But it's just kind of where I think a really interesting direction lies. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Can we get this? Ah. The damage was not quite enough, but we are still hanging in there. Although unfortunately all of our Brawnies are dead. I don't know if we can do this. Enno is still here. Puck is still here. It's only a Dazzle and he's attacking our Tidehunter thingy, so we're fine. Nothing here. Alright, Bristleman. Puck. Alright. Hey, we are just gonna roll. We're just gonna roll. And if somebody is contesting us, then we probably just lose the video game. I mean, that's okay. That's just what happens. You have a personal favorite Underlord? Well, from a gameplay perspective, I don't really like any of them. But from like a character visual design perspective, I think they're actually all really good. I'm not a huge fan of Hopgun, I guess. Hopgun is a bit of a weirdo. But I am certainly an Ana 6 enjoyer. And I forgot his name, the thick one. I like that one too. I like how he's like a walrus. He's like Tusk, but a gangster. You know, Tusk is kind of a nerd. So seeing gangster Tusk, yeah, I'm down for that. I'm down for gangster Tusk. I don't even care if it's good. I don't even care if it's good. Just let me have even more HP per kill. Anything here? Friends? We're getting scammed. What universe is Tusk a nerd? Tusk is a nerd. Tusk is a nerd. How many different units are there? Good question, Ivan Yester. There's about 70. So I already had a look at this. This is what I was briefly touching on earlier. So if we have a look here, there's 7 rows here. 7 units in a row. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rows. Well, I guess it's 62 then. Never mind, it's not 70. It's about 60-ish. Although the amount of them is higher than they are in TFT. Wait, it's 68. Wait, no, it's not. 62. 62. Was it 69? Am I fucking tripping right now? Wait, that bad math, maybe you shouldn't hire me for anything. Wait. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 rows. It's 62 characters. Am I going crazy here? Chat just really wants it to be 69 characters. No evidence for this claim, but just really, really wants it. Alright, first thing we do is we add another row of characters. For completely innocent reasons. The way this is gonna go is that we're gonna just immediately release a patch that just adds 7 more characters, and then we're gonna disappear for a year and a half and then come back with a complete relaunch of the game. Oh man, these people are getting the upgrades way quicker. Oh, there's a pretty high chance, by the way, that we just fucking lose this. I mean, we're getting kind of destroyed. So, this isn't really working at all. This guy is Joel. I like him. I like Gangster Walrus. I am down for Gangster Walruses. Walry? What's the plural of walrus? Probably walruses. Right? That seems about right. Yeah, we are kind of struggling a little bit, but don't you worry about it. So, more Juggernaut, good. More Puck. More Snapfire. Hey, we are making some progress. We're just gonna get there. That's it. That's the entire plan. We just gotta get there. And then once we're there, we'll feel real good about ourselves. Although I have to say, this sort of like reroll strategy, this isn't my natural style with these games. It's the same reason why I struggled a little bit with TFT at first. Because it has quite a few strategies that work like this, and I couldn't really make them work. But eventually I found a different style that worked a lot better for me. I like to kind of build early game boards that feel powerful and then just carry them into the late game. But I just like the brawnies, so I wanted to show them off here. Pipe of Insight is probably okay, right? Just make our guys nice and tanky. That seems alright. More Juggernaut, good. Oh, come on. Alright, no more Juggernaut. What are we doing? Roll it down? That's fine. That's fine. We don't need to roll down all the way. I just need to make enough... I need to do enough rolls to make space for Juggernaut. Alright, so what's Juggernaut's 3-star? While Juggernaut is alive, all allied heroes gain 15% of Juggernaut's max HP. Ooh, I can put this on him then. I can put the Stonehole Cloak on him. That seems fun. Make our team the thickest boys. The absolute thickest boys. Not quite as thick as that Pudge though, I suppose. Okay. Just get there. Come on. We can do it. Just let me see him. Alright, let's roll down a little. Oh, we're so close. I need to stop losing. Yes. Alright. Good. Good. So what does Bristleback's 3-star effect do? Cool Spray cooldown is greatly reduced. Now it only has 1.5 seconds cooldown as opposed to 3 seconds. Oh man. Bristleback, buddy! Oh, he's just getting silenced. It's not good. That's not good. Hey, NX269, thanks for the 29 months, my friend. Appreciate it. Alright, now we just need to find the Juggernaut. Then we move this here, and we move this here. And I guess you can have this. Maybe we put it like so. Something like that. Just give me the Juggernaut. One time. That's fine. Alright, we got a 3-star Snapfire. Which now gives us Scatterblast, also reduces enemy armor. Look at that. And also the Mortimer's Kisses are more powerful now, which is nice. Now we just gotta find this Juggernaut. We have 2 3-stars already. Bristleback is doing pretty good damage. Nice. Let's go. Oh, yes. Toast him, Snapfire. What was that? She just stopped immediately. How many kills do we have? 26.5. We're starting to really build it up. I just let me have the Juggernaut. Just give me the Juggernaut. That's all. That's all I need. One time. Sell the puck or just lock? Fuck it. We're not leveling up puck, right? Just get the guy. Oh, he's got 12 kills. He's got this Stonehold Cloak. So it gives him now 600 HP. We've got 265 HP from this. And he shares a pretty good amount of his health. Now this is another example of something that I mean when I say that this game, in my opinion, doesn't do a very good job at actually being that Dota adjacent. Why the fuck does Juggernaut share his HP? What does that have to do with anything that Juggernaut does? His 3-star effect should clearly be Healing Ward, right? That makes way more sense. If you get a 3-star Juggernaut, you should get a free placeable Healing Ward that you can put down during combat. Or during prep phase, that will just be there. It's a reinterpretation of Healing Ward. It is a wrong interpretation of Healing Ward. Just because it is a reinterpretation doesn't mean it is valid. It is a wrong interpretation of it because it has nothing to do with Healing Ward. Dagon, I guess. Alright, we build up economy, we power level to 9. And then we win the video game. Taken for stats. Hey, it's something. I mean, it's not like Puck is gonna be that useful anyway. He can have this. It'll be fine. He can try his best. Yeah, now that we're actually strong, we're also gonna be getting a lot more kills. Especially since there are also just more units on the map, right? Also, somebody asked why we have like a 0.5 number of kills, because summons don't count as a full kill. Are we losing? We're losing. Damn it. Well, that sucks. Oh man, I was so optimistic too. What do we fit here? What makes sense? We don't really need Savage. Magnus gives us a Shaman. Not really vibing with it. I think we just suffer. Oh, you know what would be good? Is Swordsman, right? No, but does that bonus damage apply to spin? Probably doesn't, right? Alright. Well, let's see. Nice ultimate right there, Snap Noodle. We're doing okay? No. Look at this guy. He's got way more 3 stars.
2024 soon.
Yeah.
Exciting year ahead.
That's kind of the problem.
Forward to it too.
If your opponents get them 3 stars, but you don't, then you kind of die. It took us way too long to get there. Ah, 6th. Yeah. Alright, kind of a shame. Kind of a shame. Alright. Our lesson has been learned. Let's just play again. Hey, Edge Emperor! Thanks for the 31 months. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, 2024. Oh, I've got no idea what 2024 is gonna be. To be honest, I mean... things are going into directions that are a little bit odd. Like, for example, Stories of Dota is popping off so fucking hard right now. It's kind of crazy. Meepo video is doing incredibly well. Like, really, really stupidly well. It's by far our best performing video. It's been out for 10 days. Well, almost 11 days. And it's at 155,000 views. Which is very, very good. So that's nice. It's especially good because that video had a sponsor on it, and to make the most money out of that sponsor, I needed to get 150,000 views within a month. So, good. Hey, what's going on? Are we not queuing? But then on the other hand, the Baumi YouTube channel, not doing well at all. Ooh. But on the other hand, did get the sponsorship for Squarespace renewed. So even if the channel isn't doing super well, it'll still make a decent amount of money. You know, a little unsure what 2024 is gonna be. You're doing shorts? No, I don't believe in shorts. I only wear long pants. No, I don't believe in shorts. I think people overestimate the value of shorts for getting viewership on non-shorts videos. When I say I don't believe in shorts, what I specifically don't believe in is that idea that you can make shorts, YouTube shorts, and then carry that viewership over into long-form content. That I just don't believe in. Not really. I think shorts are really good for getting views on shorts. If you make shorts content, then people will watch your shorts content, and then that's it. They'll stay within that lane. But crossing over, that's a bit more tricky, and I'm not a big believer in that, if I'm honest. I love this, by the way. This is such a wonderful loading screen. Not a big fan of any of this. Get all of these guys in there. Anyway. It feels like shorts helps you getting you known. What? So a problem I actually don't really have is really name recognition. At least as far as the Dota space is concerned, people know me. Like, sure, probably not everybody, but a lot of people have heard of me. Whether that be a good thing or not. But they have heard of me. So I don't think that's a problem that I suffer from. Ooh, that was close. Spirits of Legion Commander comp. This early on, we're always looking for Poisoners. If we can get Poisoners, then that's great, then we're playing Poisoners. If we find something else like Spirits Legion Commander, we could do that, but I wouldn't decide on this yet. Although these two are definitely spicy. But really, the primary goal right now is just... It's just getting the Poisoners. Is Legion Commander better? I mean, she does add... Does she not add something? No, she doesn't add to the Shaman. Yeah, it's fine.
Is that the game you
To
want
get
to apply as a
Underlords, you need
developer
to steal ideas from Tengen chess. Oh, man. You mean the game that you are just truly the worst player at? Hey, Manchiro, thanks for the 41 months. Yeah, this is Dota Underlords. Look, you don't have to agree with me on the shorts thing. But you might also want to consider that maybe I've given this some thought. Shorts are just not really good for transitioning out of watching shorts. Because, like, let's be realistic. Shorts are primarily a mobile thing, right? Like, people primarily watch shorts on mobile. Oh, we can get warriors, I guess. So, people primarily watch shorts on mobile. And if you check it out, if you check mobile out, let me just... YouTube doesn't even recommend me shorts because I don't watch any. Yeah, there we go. Ah! Okay, sorry. But if you check out here, this is the shorts, right? So I have my shorts open. And what things can I do in this menu, right? Like, I can really primarily swipe up to get the next short. Or I can, you know, like swipe down. I can't really swipe left or right. That doesn't really do anything. You can only swipe up or down. I can click on the channel, which sends me to more shorts. It doesn't send me to the rest of the videos. It sends me to more shorts. Right? I can double tap to leave a like, I guess. You can read the comments and shit. But the point is, this system isn't designed to get you out of shorts. This system is designed to get you to watch more shorts. Does that make sense? Like, the point of this isn't for you to get out of watching shorts. They just want you to keep watching shorts. That's the whole point. So, it doesn't make sense to me that there would be a large amount of viewership that goes out of the system that is explicitly designed to keep people within the system and then go and watch an entirely different kind of media. That doesn't make any sense to me. Alright, I think you can make short-based content, nothing wrong with it, and I think your shorts will get you viewership on your shorts, absolutely. But I don't think it will transition nicely into viewership outside of that. And to me personally, I am just not really that interested in shorts because as I already mentioned, it's not content that I personally consume. I only like making media that I personally would actually enjoy. Because otherwise I don't know what I'm doing. Because let me just be honest with you. Everything that I make, I just make for myself. I don't think about you guys very much. Like, I think about y'all a little bit, but at the end of the day, I just kind of try to make things that I think are cool. And then I bowled with that. And yeah. So, you know. Anyway, we can fit the Legion Commander in here and actually get a lot of synergies going, which is kind of fun. That's kind of nice. Right, like at the end of the day, it kind of just comes down to that I like making media that I myself would enjoy. Because if I do that, then I feel like it makes sense to me. Ooh, Earth Spirit going out with a bang right there. Just barely managing to pull that out, but I think we lose this one anyway. Speaking just for myself, I don't particularly like the shorts from creators that usually do long form stuff, since it usually just scratches the surface and leaves me unsatisfied. For me personally, every time I watch a short, I just get frustrated that the video isn't longer. And again, that's just me. Like, you very well might feel differently about it. But that's just my experience with it. And I don't know. Again, I'm somebody that is happy to watch long videos. This morning, I started watching the video from, shit, I forgot his name. The guy that makes Down the Rabbit Hole. The dude released a 6-hour video about EVE Online. I'll just be watching that for the rest of the week. I don't mind. I'll just start watching it and then drop it again and watch it again and just until I'm done. That works for me. I don't need no shorts. All right? When H-Bomber guy released his... Ooh, maybe we do go Spirits. I mean, when H-Bomber guy released his video on plagiarism a little while ago, I mean, I watched that 3.5 hour long video in one sitting. I mean, I was playing Bro Tato while doing so. But you know, like, the point is not so much that what I am telling you is, you know, the best way of doing something, but it's just like, that's just me. It's just how I think about it. Is that video good? It's very good, yeah. I mean, H-Bomber guy knows what he's doing when he's not talking about video games. But yeah, anyway. The primary reason why I don't make short, like the two primary reasons why I don't make shorts content is because A, I don't really know much about it because I don't really watch it myself, and B, I don't really believe in it. I don't think it would be very good at transitioning its viewership out of the shorts content. So we're playing Legion Commander right now. Legion Commander is interesting because she's got this effect. Champions receive all alliance bonuses. In addition, they gain 3% extra damage and 8% max health per active synergy. So currently we have 3 active synergies, which gives us some bonuses here and makes her strong. Although, to be honest, she might actually be more detrimental than helpful right now because she will dual things and then die. And feed dual damage. Because we are so fucking weak and everybody else already got 2 stars. What's the PA progress? I am done with PA and I am making so much progress on Alchemist. I finished Alchemist TI3 and this morning I think I can finish Alchemist TI4 today. I started it this morning and I think I can get done with it tonight. Which is great. That's so sick. What the fuck do I do with any of this? I guess Blink Dagger is okay. I don't know who wants to blink, but somebody. 1, 2, 3. Help! I have so many. I'm gonna roll once. I gotta get one of these guys to 2-star. Just one of them. This doesn't work. One of them needs to be a 2-star, yeah. I think counts her own. Does it? Alright, that's cool. Legion Commander is similar to Jazz. She is similar to Jazz. She is similar to Jazz, although much, 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 much worse. Oh, that was so close to getting that kill. I don't know if you guys noticed this. Like, maybe this is just me. But do you guys feel like you have a really good, solid understanding, an understanding as good as you have it for Dota, for how much damage units are taking? Because I don't feel like that at all. And that's, to me, a bit of a problem with this game. Probably healing. To me, I watch Underlords fights, and they just kind of happen, and I find it really difficult to tell, like, why I'm winning or why I'm losing, or if I'm winning or if I'm losing. That's just something that isn't made very visually clear by the game, and I find that to be a bit of a shame. And I think a big reason why is because the way the HP is displayed. Pay attention to it. When a unit hits another unit, they don't instantly take the damage. They first have this white bar appear, and then the that indicates how much damage you have taken. But like, yeah, I guess they lose the HP immediately, but you see how the Abaddon's HP, it has both his HP as well as this little white bar that indicates the recent damage. That feels really weird in this game for some reason. And I don't know exactly why. Right? Sorry, I can't tell you with complete certainty why this feels weird in Underlords, but it does to me. So I've got this guy now. Do we go and put in the spirits? If I take you out... No, I can't really take anything out. I think we just wait. I think we just wait until I can get these guys in.
You all failed.
Alright then. Why is she dueling this nerd? Yeah, I mean, you can't really take him down. It's kind of huge. Kind of a massive monster. A lot of it is also because there's so many damage over time effects, which is also a bit strange because, you know, Dota doesn't really do that. Dota doesn't have that many damage over time effects. It's just actually a fairly infrequent occurrence for Dota. Dota likes more bursty effects, and I think that helps a lot with clarity during fights. It makes it a bit clearer what's going on and who is taking how much damage and who is about to die and who isn't. Give you the mana? Probably, right? You ball lightning around, my boy. Have a good time. So if I get the Spirit Synergy, what does Legion Commander do then? She deals double damage as part of the Spirit Synergy, okay. I don't know if I want the Blink Dagger on her, to be honest. That seems kind of bad, actually. Alright, how are we doing? I think we might actually be okay. It's so hard to tell. It is so hard to tell. No, we're not okay? But honestly, as far as losing is concerned, this is kind of ideal. Because we are losing, and we have a lose streak, but we're only losing a little bit of HP. Oh, that is really nice. Crypt Heroes of Brood. Yeah. It's just an extra synergy. For free.
Get your hot dogs here.
Sick.
Smile.
That's huge, actually. So, I guess we are playing this Legion Commander. Go to 7. Oh, hell yeah. So, how many synergies do we have? We have 6. If I can get Swordsman going, that would be nice. Do I buy this shit? I guess I buy this shit. I guess we buy this shit. Do we roll for 3 stars now? I mean, if we want to play Legion Commander, we actually do kind of have to roll for 3 stars, right? Oh, we're just not getting into this Stupid corner. Hey, Blank Carrier. Thanks for the 21 months. I appreciate it. Oh, this is a problem. Oh, what are you guys doing? Delta slamming nothing? Literally nothing. There wasn't a single goddamn unit there. There's not a single dude. Well, Struggle City. That's Void Spirit. Ah. Do we care? I don't think we care about Void Spirit, right? Chad, what do you think? I mean, we don't need him. I would rather have a Sword Master. I don't think we care about him. Why not? Well, we need to get rid of something. Like, we can't just get Void Spirit without having something else that we get rid of. And then we lose a unit. And what unit would we delete? Has she gotten a single duel? Dual win? No. I need to get rid of her Blink Dagger. She can't have the Blink Dagger. Yeah, Ember Spirit, you can have the Blink Dagger instead. It's the 5th Spirit Breaker. His name is Team Spirit Breaker. I will not let you disrespect my boy like that. I can get Warrior. There's no better Warriors. No, I think this is actually a really good setup. Got really nice units. Yeah. Come on, get a dual win. Literally one, please. Literally a single fucking dual win, please. You guys think she'll ever get one? I mean, does she have one? Is the 19 dual damage? Is that dual wins? Oh. Well. Okay, that's Ember. Kunkka. Legion Commander. Alright. Who do we not 3-star? Probably Ember. I think we're selling the Kunkka. No, like we're selling the Ember for now. So Sven, who's really interesting. Oh my god, this is doable. Do it. Come on, please. This is so winnable. One time. Yes! We've done it! We've got a dual win! 8 dual damage. Let's go. Let's go, Legion. She's gonna be unstoppable. She is going to be unstoppable. So, we're winning now. We're feeling good. Alright, we're gonna snowball to a victory there. Hey, HPKL, appreciate it. But I think right now I get to have some fun with my Legion Commander. That's really the primary goal. I mean, the smart thing to do would just be to level up, right? Ugh, I don't know. Alright, Swordsman. Another Brood thing. Well, that's not good. Mask of Madness? I'll probably just get the pipe, right? Just get survivability. Alright, this is good. This is nice. Storm Spirit. Legion Commander. So the, there was also, by the way, an interesting option there of like getting another hat. And then just... just playing no brutes, but having the brute synergy. That's probably not a good idea. How many 3-stars do we have over there? think we won a duel. Or did we lose a duel? I think we lost a duel. But we won the game. That's fine. She dual jewel. Don't dual jewel, Legion Commander, please. Please don't dual jewel. Just duel anybody else. But not the one guy that is invincible and, you know, is already at max level upgrades by default. Just not that one guy. Anybody else would be fine. Alright, Patch, there's a Kunkka. Hey, we're kind of closing in on the Storm Spirit. What does this 3-star do? Gains Overload. Casting a spell creates an electrical charge which is released in a burst on Storm Spirit's next attack, dealing 150 damage and slowing the target's attack speed. A triangular attack, by Storm counts as an attack, in which case all unit Storm hits in the attack take the damage now slow. That seems really good. This guy has so many 3-stars, what the fuck? Did we already feed a duel? I didn't pay attention, I'm gonna be completely honest. Oh, we're not winning this. This is unbeatable. I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm just blown away by how quickly people can get these 3-stars. I mean, these are pretty cheap units, but still. But still. Something I find really interesting is how many people play Underlords on mobile. Look at this lobby. 6 out of the 8 players in this lobby are on mobile. Curious, isn't it? I wonder why. Alright, roll. Legion Commander, Patch. Alright, we chill. We're chill, we're getting there, we're making progress. What's her 3-star? The start of a duel, any enemies outside the duel currently targeting Legion Commander will pick other targets for their regular attacks. That is so mid. That's not great. Is 30 max income? Yes. At 30, you get plus 3 gold per round, which is the maximum interest you can get. Which I really like. I like that the interest in this game is lower compared to, you know, other games. Because you can get there much quicker, so if you need to go below interest, if you want to spend your money, it feels like much less of a kind of crippling commitment, right? Like sometimes when you play Dota Auto Chess or Teamfight Tactics, if you have to go and use all of your gold, it just feels like the game is over. Here, it of course isn't great, but it feels more survivable. And that is nice. Okay, we've got a Legion Commander. Got a Pudge. It's time. Alright, that's fine. I know I missed some stuff, but I couldn't buy everything. I just didn't have the resources. I needed to just settle on something. Alright, 3-star Pudge. Pudge becomes a flesh heap and gains 500 max HP and 10% magic resistance each time an enemy dies within 1 cell of him. Yeah, Pudge still had magic resistance back in the day, didn't he? Yeah, he doesn't have that anymore. Oh my. Come on. Alright, good damage. I mean, this guy also has a couple of 3-stars. But Pudge is huge, and we won! Let's go. Let's go. Alright. So if we can get this last Legion Commander, that would be huge. Last Legion Commander, last 2 Storm Spirits. Reduce ability cooldowns. No, I gotta get some damage. Well, I guess a butterfly will do. I mean, I need to actually get some item on Legion Commander that just lets her kill things. Oh! Well, that's interesting. Roll down. Okay. Do I roll for the Ember Spirit? Yeah. Let's go. Alright. We gotta level up now. We gotta level up now. So, 3-star Legion Commander. Please tell me she can get some dual wins now. I mean, she really should be able to. She got one. Let's go. Oh, we are strong. Oh, we are strong. Very good. What does Ember Spirit's 3-star? Sleight of Fist area of effect radius is increased to 3 cells. Alright. So I think at this point we really do want to level up. So we can fit some additional units in there. A swordsman would be great. And in theory, we can go assassin, swordsman, assassin. So that's Phantom Assassin, gives us the swordsman synergy. And then we get another assassin. And then we also get assassin synergy. So that seems like the best way to go. And we don't really need anything else from those units. They are just there to give us their synergies, right? Just to give those effects. Because Legion Commander carries all of them. So that's fine. Come on, Legion. Nice. Oh, she's starting to really get some dual damage going on. Is there a Demon Assassin? Is Queen of Pain, so we want that. Because then we can also get Demon, right? So we're looking for Phantom Assassin and Queen of Pain. Really sick. I like that. I like that approach. And since those are pretty casual units, so at this point, again, we're just going to 9. We're just going to 9. No, there she is. Sell this. We're never gonna 3-star the Lifestealer. That's fine. Alright. Win streak our way to the win now, right? Wow, they never capped the giant punch. That's game design. I love that. I love that kind of crap. It's my favorite stuff. I am a big enjoyer of just uncapped wild power. Just let me do stupid shit. It's fun. Is it balanced? No, who cares? Who cares? Just let me do it. It's fun. I don't know. I am always happy whenever there's something ridiculous like that. Although we are probably gonna lose this. God damn. Those barricades really limit our access. I think what we probably need to do is I actually want my units to be way in the back, right? Like, we want to put our units, like, really, really far in the back. Because I need our opponents to move a little bit towards me. Because if they just get to be in the back there, you know, we just lose. We just lose. We can't get close enough. It doesn't work. Alright, then. Yeah, the Queen of Pain and the Phantom Assassin would be so good. But it's better to just save up our money. We still have some HP. The game is probably going to go long enough that we can actually get there. We can get to level 9. We probably can't get to level 9 and then buy stuff there. Because that's just going to be really expensive. But that's okay. Like, as long as we can just get to 9 and then put the units in, that should make the Legion Commander way stronger. I mean, she's already pretty strong. Look at this lad! Oh my god! He's huge! A little too big almost. Maybe a little too big. Okay, tanking? I mean, it would be nice if that reduced healing. I think we roll and we see if we can find Bloodthorn. Satanic. I'm unsure about the Satanic, to be honest. I don't really like this Blink Dagger, though. I don't really want the Blink Dagger. I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna put this there. And can Kunkka blink in? Maybe like this. Maybe we let the Kunkka blink in, and then he can throw in a stun, and then we follow up from there.
Be ready for anything.
Alright. Good Delta Slam. Really good.
Hey Baumi. Just here to
Really
give my
bad
support.
Delta Slam.
Love the new
Terrible.
changes. I hope you're doing great. Cheer.
And we have the Satanic on the Legion Commander now. I'm not sure that's better than the Butterfly, to be honest, but... I mean, it'll be okay. It mostly frees up the Butterfly for the Ember Spirit, which I think is fine. Hey, Mr. Lance, thanks for the 17 months. Appreciate it. Thank you very much as well. It's very nice of you, my friend. Also, I'm surprised. I got way more viewers today than I normally do when streaming Dota. Is it just because we're doing something interesting for once? This is always my big problem, right? It's like, I think, if I may just say so, I think I'm a pretty good streamer. Like, I know what I'm doing. I can keep a stream going. I can keep things entertaining. But the problem is that most of the time, I just do garbage that nobody cares about. So nobody wants to watch. Delta Slam? Oh, last second and it's hitting kind of nothing. Ember Spirit is going hard. Legion Commander's still here. She's still here. Nice. Just Satanic your way through this. Let's go, buddy. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, don't. Yes, very good. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Move blink. Yeah. All right. Let's get rid of the blink. So, we level up. Put in the Phantom Assassin. And next round... Do we wait a round or do we go to 9 right now? If we wait a round, we'll have way more economy, but does that matter? I don't think so. Oh shit, I don't even have enough money. Oh, well, I guess that answers my question. Oops. Well, this seems winnable, though. It's just kind of like some units on the board, which we're pretty good against. I don't know. The Shadow Shaman is a problem because he's got a huge hex. Yeah, no, this is actually not winnable at all. Oh, no. See, this guy is level 7 still. The other two players are both level 7. I'm the only one that's a high level. Do units have cooldowns on their abilities? They do. They do have cooldowns on their abilities. I'm not sure how much I like that. I think I like the TFT way better. Okay. So, we got some more synergies. We have Demon now, and we have Assassin. As well as Swordmaster. So that means Legion Commander now has a critical strike. When she casts a spell, she deals bonus damage, and she gains bonus damage for each adjacent unit. And the same thing is true for the Ember Spirit as well, which is actually really nice. That's very, very good. Because Ember Spirit is a huge amount of our damage. No! I hate this! I hate this effect! It's the worst effect! God damn it. Alright, but we win. We're good. We're good. It's the worst effect! It just keeps missing everything! How dare you do this to me? Also, the Kunkka should probably be a little bit more upfront. Bloodthorn is probably good. It's just a silence. Well, let's roll. Let's get a Divine. Vlad's? Oh, shit. Didn't get it in time. I never click the buttons in time. Save up for 10? I mean, the problem is I can't really put another unit in a way that actually makes sense, right? So if I want to put something else in, I basically need to make it... I need to make it a value unit, and I guess for that we just go to 10. What's your opinion about sharing hero skins between Dota 2 and Underlords? I think that's impossible for the same reason NFTs were impossible. The games may look very similar, but in engine they will be built quite differently. I mean, it might be possible. It would just be a huge amount of work. It would not be easy. Yeah, I don't think we can win against this guy. Too many 3-stars, too many 3-stars, and powerful 3-stars. Looking like a second. I think our best win condition is just the 3-star Storm Spirit, right? That's what we need. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely unlikely to happen. But that's really the only option that we had. Alright. So dual win there. Nice Delta Slam. Can we deal with the puck? I mean, puck just seems like such a nightmare. But we're actually okay here. Nice. Good. Somehow. Yeah, I gotta just get there. Yeah. Look, the thing is, there's just not enough time to go to level 10, I think. There's just not enough time. And if Storm Spirit is a pretty substantial upgrade, it's really the only thing I can do. I mean, there's probably some pivoting out of certain units. Like, maybe I should have picked up the Wraith King, but... Oh, I don't know. Here we are. Oh my god, these Delta Slams, they're so bad. Oh, that's bad. They killed my guy. Ember Spirit is dead. Legion Commander's dead. I don't think we have anything without those two. That's probably it. Unless NO can pull a miracle. Kill the Legion Commander? Not Legion Commander, Drow Ranger. Okay. Ah, -8 though. Yeah. Well, pretty close, pretty close. Alright then. So, what I would like to do... Oh, actually, let me leave the match here. What I would like to do, to kind of close this out a bit, is I would like to play some Knockout. So there's a secondary game mode in Dota Underlords that I think is very good. I really like it. And that is Knockout. So how does Knockout work? Well, in Knockout, it is Underlords, but it has a setup that is much faster paced, with rules that are designed for shorter games. In particular, what that means in specific is that it has an HP cap that is much simpler, and it also has automatic leveling with, I think, no economy. It's actually really nice. I really like it. So the first thing you do in Knockout is you choose your starting crew. And you can choose out of packages. So they come with 5 units. I don't know which one of these. Probably this guy. So you can see it gave me a bunch of units right away. And this is just my immediate starting crew. You can see over here, instead of having a set amount of HP, we have a set amount of hearts. We don't have 100 health that we can lose, you know, in a variety of different increments, but we have 4 hearts. If you lose a fight, you lose a heart. If you are out of hearts, you lose the game. If I may say so, I think this is a way better way of handling HP. I actually really dislike the way HP is handled in Underlords, Auto Chess, Teamfight Tactics, even in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Although Hearthstone Battlegrounds has been making strides towards a better system. And so I think it does have the best system. But this right here, I actually think is way better. Because what this does is it adds so much clarity. It makes it so much clearer how much damage you're going to take for losing. And it also gives you a way more predictable way to play throughout the game. Because you know how often you can still lose. So a problem that I sometimes have with Dota Underlords in the end game is you can take 6 damage or 25. And that's tough. It's hard to know what is the right amount of survivability. How much can I actually still play for greed? Because you just only have this vague idea. Sometimes you just get unlucky and you go up against somebody that has, you know, a lot of summons, and then those summons count towards the damage you take, which is nonsense, right? So I really like the system way more. I think this is much better. Also, again, I don't think there's actually economy in Knockout, but I am still gonna save some money because I want to roll on a higher level. Another thing about Knockout is you get 2 stars by getting 2 of a unit. You don't have to get 3. You only have to get 2. Same is true for 3 stars. To get a 3 star, you don't have to get 3 2 stars. You only have to get 2 2 stars. Which means it's way more achievable to get the high level units. Which I think is really fun. I like that. I like that you can actually get the high level stuff. That's super cool. So, let's go in here. And this gives us extra HP. Well, it's probably not that good for us. Yeah, so minus armor is always nice. If you would design an auto chess game with this HP mechanic in mind, what do you think is the sort of optimal starting point for everyone? I have actually done this math before. Give me one moment. I have actually done this math before. I've already, like, a little while ago, designed a game. Yes, we have a spreadsheet. Yes, so we have a spreadsheet. We have a spreadsheet. Of course, we have a fucking spreadsheet. You know we have a spreadsheet. So where is? How much did I give people? Oh, this is how I had it. Oh, that's weird. But that's not bad. I like it. Okay, one second. I gotta actually play this video game a little bit. Share the sheet. No, I'm not sharing you the sheet. Okay, sorry. I'm not giving out all of my spreadsheets. I have a lot of spreadsheets, but they are not necessarily all ready for public consumption. Not because they're problematic or anything, just because they're not that readable, or because I might be interested in, you know, making money off of them in the future. In some way, they are a proprietary work product, as far as I'm concerned. Haha, we found the Lone Druid. Wait, who do I get rid of? Probably the Dazzle, right? We don't really need the Dazzle. Alright, so what are we looking at? We have some stuff. We have some stuff. Okay. So here's how I had written out HP for this auto battler that I made a little while ago. Where each player starts the game with 1 health. If a player loses a round, they lose 1 health. In case of a tie, neither player loses health. After losing a round, the player gets 1 free store reroll, which I really like that system from Underlords. Clearing a creep round gives that player 1 additional health. If a player's health drops to 0, they lose the game. And then I made it so that there are creep rounds every once in a while. So there's a creep round in round 1 and round 2. Then a creep round, and then a creep round every 5 rounds. So the players gain additional health. So the players go in, they have 1 health, they gain 2 more health. Then they have 2 player combats. And then they gain another health from creeps. And then there's 4 player combats before they regain health again. Now, I have never tested this system. So it might be shit. Please don't judge me. So do you just lose the game if you lose the first creep rounds? Creep rounds in this system aren't meant to be difficult. They're meant to be really easy. I got a demon hat. Oh. I don't want to be a demon though. In this system, creep rounds are supposed to be really, really easy. Like they're supposed to be a relief round. Right? A moment of like, oh, I made it. I made it to the next creep round. I recover a health. I get some stuff from the creeps. And I don't have to fight a hero. How nice. That's the idea of the creep rounds within that system. But yeah. Okay, we are losing hard. Admittedly, I wasn't paying super much attention here, so that's almost certainly why. Hey, look at that. We got the Shadow Shaman. Ooh, can I afford this somehow? What do I sell? Oh, no, I don't. I can sell Meepo. Alright, get out, Meepo. Goodbye. We put this on somebody, I guess. Alright, so we have... Actually, we're actually kind of strong. We're actually kind of strong. We have the full Shaman synergy. We also have the Nature's Prophet Freestar, Shadow Shaman Freestar. These are all pretty good units. And the idea of starting at 1 health and then gaining health through the early rounds is that it makes it really clear for the players to see at which points they are gaining, you know, at which points they're becoming stronger and at which points they need to worry about their status, if that makes sense. Oh, we're dead. Damn it. Okay, I'm sorry. This wasn't great. Let's go again. But that's the nice thing about Knockout. You just go in. You just go in. So, like, something that might be wrong about the system I just described, like, maybe you want to start the game on round 0, actually, so there's an additional creep round or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe the players start with 2 health instead of 1. There are ways to make that system work, but if I was in charge of a game where I could just freely do whatever I wanted to, I would probably go into that kind of direction. Let's play Knights. Why not? Because I think it's a cool system, I guess. Yeah, I suppose that sums it up. I like how you just kind of start out with a bunch of units in this. But if I may critique one thing about this, you may notice that these guys have this like no sell icon there. So if you sell these guys, they sell for less gold. And my question there is just, why? 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 Just make him sell for full gold, right? I genuinely don't know why they don't sell for full gold. It just seems worse. Just seems like a worse version of what could be. So if I could change something about this, I would make it so the units at the start, they sell for full gold. That feels like the kind of thing that was added to prevent a potential future problem. Right? This is what I always talk about, where I say I don't like it when you try to prevent a problem that you don't even know exists. Because I guess a hypothetical problem that could happen is that people play the game mode, get their starting units, and then sell all of them and get a better set from the shop. But then I think to myself, so what? Isn't that fine? Seems fine. I don't know. Seems fine. That seems fine. Seems fine. I don't know. Seems fine. You know what I mean? Seems fine. Oh, we got a Luna. So it seemed like it was implemented to, or it seems to me like it was implemented to prevent a problem from occurring that isn't really a problem. And now it's just this kind of weird mechanic that's in the game for no reason. And I actually think it's kind of detrimental because not only is it a weird mechanic that doesn't really serve a good purpose, but also it actually makes the game less interesting because the scenario that I just described, where you have your starting crew and then you see a different thing in the shop that you like more, so you just sell all of your shit and rebuild it. Doesn't that just seem like playing the game? This just seems like playing the game. Isn't that what the game should be? Wouldn't that be better? I don't know. Seems better to me. That just seems more interesting. Probably the evasion. That seems fine. Okay. What do I do with Storm Spirit and Maiden? I'm not really vibing with those, to be honest. If we get a 3-star Storm, it's not too bad. This guy has a 3-star Legion Commander. Should really get a second dragon, but there's no dragon. We'll roll a bit on 7. We have a better chance of getting useful stuff on 7, I think. If we lose this round, then so be it. That's okay. Ooh. Yeah, we lose this one, right? But something that's really nice about this, doesn't this add so much more clarity? When I was playing the regular Underlords, I don't know about you guys, but I felt never quite sure how much damage I was about to take. I was just kind of playing and like, I don't know, I guess we're gonna get hit. Right? Like you just kind of get hit. I guess you get hit. I guess you get hit. And I like how in this mode, I know exactly what I'm getting hit for. I know exactly how much damage I'm gonna take. I don't know, that just makes it a lot clearer and much more transparent and obvious to me in a way that feels like the game is more playable.
Was still alive. Happy
Hey, Daniel
holidays.
Scott, thanks for the 40 months. Didn't know Underlords are still alive. It actually has a pretty active player base. Also, happy holidays to you as well. I'm good. Thank you very much. Just having some fun today. Honestly, very enjoyable little stream we've done today. Quite a bit of fun to just play some Underlords. Alright, the 3-star puck seems really good. Just kind of popping off. Oh, let's go! 17,000 damage! What a monster. But I think we want to position him over here. We want to position it over there. Mask of Madness? No, Mask of Madness is secretly bad, right? Alright, let's reduce them cooldowns, right? So, Shadow Shaman will get you. I gotta get these knights leveled up. At least we got some upgrades, but not really that much. Mask on Slark is amazing. Yeah, it is pretty good on Slark, but this is actually a bit of an oversight, I think, with the game. So Mask of Madness in this, or with the game, like Mask of Madness, what it does is it gives you attack speed and lifesteal, but it permanently silences you. But then the two heroes that really like it are Luna and Sok, because they have passive abilities. But then their 3-star upgrades give them an active ability that they then can't use with Mask of Madness. That's just silly to me. So this is why I can't find my knights, because this guy has them. Well, that's no good. And the Mage and PA as well. Well, Anthem Mage and PA aren't as good as those other two. Right? Those other two are just kind of like really strong units. I'm ruining my knockout ranking right now. I used to actually like play a lot of knockout. I really like knockout. But I haven't played it in a little while, and right now we're playing it again, and I'm just dumpstering my rating, so That's not great. Only Enno and Joel are really viable. Are they? I don't know. I was looking at this guide that, even though it's a little old, you know, there's not like the game has changed that much, that like listed all of the different units and which ones were good and which ones weren't. And it actually had Anna 6 pretty highly ranked. Particularly the Enthrall version. And I think that makes sense because Enthrall, you know, it makes it so that you kill a unit and then you steal the unit. And that's nice. Okay. Monkey King Bomb? Probably. Make the Luna actually deal some attack damage. And then... Alright, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we got some free stars. We're working on these guys. If we can just survive this one round, we might be okay. But we do need to survive this round. Enthrall is only good when you can actually kill the enthralled unit though. Well, yeah, but like we play to win. You know, that's how I always look at it. Like, yeah, sure, this is only good if we're winning, but we're playing to win. Oh, come on, Puck! Oh, Puck is stunned for so long! No! Oh, God! No! Oh, we got so close! If that Chaos Knight had low-rolled a little bit on that stun duration, we would actually have been fine. Man, alright, big struggle. Well, that seems like as good a time as any to end our little video here, my friends. It's been just about 3 hours. So yeah, Underlords is a fascinating game. I think it is so cool. There's so much here that is worth saving. That's the thing about Underlords, right? There's a lot of games out there that are just kind of abandoned, left to rot. And not all of them are worth saving. But I believe Underlords is. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.